Good morning, everybody, and welcome to I ask you, how many mentoring websites have clients write songs for them? I'll tell you, none except ours. I'm Andrew Giovinazzi, Chief Operating Officer of OptionPit.com, your home for options education and volatility. Yesterday, Mark, blog, VIX unimpressed by kind of the swoon we had yesterday. Subject in our chat room most of the day or most of the end of the day. And what do we have today? Well, couple things. Okay. Couple things. Here's a chart of the VXX using live vol. We had a gap this morning, right? The pre-market was kind of ugly, I think, overall. Okay? Pre-market was kind of ugly overall. And what it gave us was a sense of, okay, well, something happening. So we've got a couple of now back to sort of the geopolitical issues. Saudi Arabia maybe launching rockets at Yemen. All of a sudden, we don't have any. Oh, really? You are the high priest of options educational excellence. I did not make that up. That was a client that said that. Serious. Okay. I just got to get this fixed there. So what do we got? Okay. So yesterday we had a run up in vol. Remember, we had even yesterday morning, nothing looked like it was happening, right, for most of the morning. And then all of a sudden we got a little sell-off. I'm not quite sure what. I think it was some geopolitical stuff. Whoever knows what the reason is. However, we didn't get a real run in the volatility futures or anything. I think there maybe we're up $1, something like that, mostly because the future premium was essentially like it does. It prices a possible expected move. And we got it, right? Now, as I look, okay, what about my risk reversal ID in WTI? Do you want me to talk, Ray? Why don't we talk about that in the chat room? Did it generate enough delta for you? That's my question. It's okay. I know you're excited. It's all right. Not that big a deal. We'll look at that in a second. See, our clients are so excited they want to get going right away. But all I would say is now all of a sudden you have a flatter term structure, okay? Yesterday, and actually we looked at a close. Remember, I think Ray even said $1.60 was a lot for this time spread. And we looked at a potential, basically being long April and short May. I think we looked at a long the April calls and short some May call spreads. Things are starting to get back actually to a little more normal. Okay, the reality is with 3 weeks to go, a half a point of future premium. It's probably a little low, but not too low. But at this point, the market is tipped from expecting VIX to come up to more stay where it is or start to drop a little bit. Okay, at least right now after we had this markup this morning. Because now, at least from a VIX point of view, you have a move up from 1 full point. And what's the SPY down? Like SPX is only down now about 1/3%. So now VIX is overshooting. And it looks like all of a sudden now with the flatter term structure, realized vol expectations a little higher overall. So maybe something does play out of Saudi Arabia or, something like that. All right. And that's where we stand. So we went from literally we had a week of calm markets on a realized vol basis to now all of a sudden maybe not so much. Okay. There's been a few things introduced into the works. I thought this could have been some end of quarter churn, but so again, realized vol is higher. At the money volatility is now becoming more interesting. If we can get a handle on what's been making the market move a little bit. Interesting to sell, that is. And again, I'm going to say iron condors are probably still, if we can get some vol to pull in on here, you're now setting up for iron condor time once again. Market's giving you, another 3-4 point lift in volatility on really no real reason. All right? And I think that's where we stand, or some unbalanced flies. That we keep to ourselves mostly, Nikos. All right. So everybody, have a good day. Don't be surprised if we start to sell off again. All right. And the idea being, the flatter the term structure is, the more likely realized volatility is meant to stay higher. Okay. So at a 1% per day, we can stay here for a while that way. That other stuff has to be working pretty good, though, I think. Your SPY versus VXX and all that stuff should be doing very well. All right? All right, everybody. Have a good day. And we will talk later. Everybody in the chat room, I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, bye-bye. Remember, realized vol is now starting to price a little higher. So don't be surprised if we start moving around. Adios.